I know that this character is only speculation, but it is one of the biggest speculations out there for Dead by Daylight. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today's Dead by Daylight character review is about one of Scott Cawthon's greatest game characters in the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. He is half robot, half man, a killer in disguise, and a fan favorite to most fans of the Five Nights franchise. His name is Springtrap. Okay, everybody chill the fuck out. I'm already aware of the petition going on online. You don't have to freaking remind me of the petition. I already know. I already signed it and everything. My name is on that petition. Just letting you know beforehand, okay? Don't scream at me in the comments saying I missed the petition. Okay, carry on with the rest of my video. Now I know what you're thinking. The devs of the Dead by Daylight need to get Scott's approval before taking this chance. And you aren't wrong. But there is hope for this character. One reason to bring him into the game is it would give Scott time to work on other projects without being interrupted by fans hungry for new stuff. 2, it would draw a lot of Five Nights fans towards the Dead by Daylight community, hopeful for the DLC to be good. I mean, just take a look at how well the Stranger Things DLC went. Stranger Things fans started running into this game. Devs needed to update the servers for the amount of people just entering. The amount of money the devs got for the update was outrageous too. But that is a story for another day. William Afton, a robotics technician for Freddy Fazbear's Pizza and Circus Baby's Pizza World, was a man of many misdeeds. Being the murderer of 5+ children, you can expect how much of a bad man this guy was.
Suffer now, like all who have stood before me.
As he was finishing up some work after the murders of the children, the souls of the children chased him all around the facility, eventually cornering him. With no other option, Afton took to his resources and found an old Spring Bonnie suit. I mean, we all remember how he went down, right? Yeah, pretty gruesome shit. But he was a murderer. A child murderer. What a douche. We should probably continue with the video at hand. He put it on thinking it would fool the children into thinking that he wouldn't be touched by the spirits of the damned. Afton, not ever having to wear the suits themselves, didn't remember how the suit worked. The suit eventually activated, crushing Afton inside, piercing him with spring locks and hand cranks alike. Being left to bleed to death and begging to take it off, the children just smiled and left him to bleed out and die.
I always come back.
Nobody gives a shit. Just go die again. Don't look at me. I'm not even sure what that was. 30 years later, the building was recovered and turned into a horror-type attraction for the fearless. Unfortunately for Afton, eternal life was given to him in the form of a hybrid man-bot. Cursed to roam the halls of the Forgotten Tragedy, which is where our story for Afton's transfer to the entity's realm begins.
Fascinating.
After the sudden burning down of the building, Afton being left to burn alive was the one option he had left for death. He just wanted to go to hell instead of living in an eternal prison of immortality. However, this was not the case. After the burning of the building, objects were recovered for an auction, but no Afton was found. Some say William wandered off on his own after the building had burnt down. Others believe he had reduced to ash in the fire, but there are some who knew Afton for who he was. And they knew he had gotten away with a lot. All that knew who he was believed that wherever he may be, he will be doing the one thing he knows he's good at, and that's the simple element of killing. And not just killing, but killing for sport, for fun, and for thrill. Afton has been gone too long and has a lot to make up for 30 years. It's time to get to work. Business as usual. Now it's finally time for the Robotic Maniac's perks. The first perk is called Mechanical Nightmare. After being around technology for so long, you begin to adapt to your skills for how you handle things. When kicking a generator, it not only causes a very difficult skill check for the survivor must complete, but it allows them to kick the same generator for a total of 2 times on Tier 1, 3 times on Tier 2, and 4 times on Tier 3. The next perk is called Hex Enraged Menace. You fire yourself up with the image of success and determination to get things done no matter what the cost. When a survivor is hooked, Hex Enraged Menace activates. This hex allows the progression of survivors on hooks to go even faster than it normally does. Not only that, but it also calls upon the entity to create extra special-made hooks within the map to appear. Depending on what hook you put the survivor on, it grants you the haste status effect, allowing you to move faster to find prey more quicker. This also grants you 50% bonus blood points in the hunting category in Tier 1. Tier 2 creates one more special hook and 75% bonus blood points in hunting. And Tier 3 creates another special hook and grants 100% bonus blood points in the hunting category. Springtrap's final perk is called Left Behind. The realization that you are on your own fills you with rage and hatred towards those who never cared. Every survivor seen by the killer will be exposed for 3 seconds, and it will automatically knock the killer present into Bloodlust 1. Tier 2 is for 4 seconds, Tier 3 is for 5 seconds of exposure. Now that the perks have been established, it is time for Springtrap's power or ability. Springtrap's ability is called Afton's Vengeance. This ability allows Springtrap to activate a killer instinct. He charges forward faster than Bloodlust 3 with his arms outwards. As he charges forward, he can do one of 2 things. Number 1, pick up the survivor without having to down them, or a lunge attack that puts the survivor into the mending effect. For Springtrap's basic attack, he does not in fact have a weapon, but rather his bare hands. His basic attack is a punch, an extremely powerful punch.
I always come back.
For Springtrap's Mori, he walks up to the survivor and grabs them by the neck. As Afton screams into the survivor's face, he uses his opposite hand to reach into the survivor's stomach and rips it out and throws the survivor and the intestine to the floor below.
How can I resist?
The definite map of choice is definitely Fazbear's Fright from Five Nights at Freddy's 3. It won't just be the building, but also an outside free roam area for Springtrap's outside opportunities. In conclusion, I do believe there shouldn't be a survivor, because the only person that could work is Michael Afton, but even we don't know what he looks like, unless they decided to use Charlie from the book series such as The Silver Eyes. But from now on, in my mind, Springtrap will always be known as the Attraction.